So we are resting in his home. We're
You're all
not
good.
supposed to go in her room.
Yeah,
What I heard?
that's what he said.
Yeah, and we're not supposed to go outside during the night or open the doors.
Yeah, he's like, under no circumstances, open the door.
Yeah.
Okay. This is gonna be a great sleep. What are you talking about?
Now, do you guys all stay in one room? Do you separate? There are 2 rooms.
I'll say, I don't like, what do you guys want to do? Do you think we should all sleep in the same room if there's stuff that's gonna happen tonight?
Are we doing this live now or?
Could be
Yeah,
safer.
we're live. Let's go with it.
Oh, okay, right on. All right, so I guess if Ismark took off for a bit to go handle that, I guess we're all kind of still in like a dining room-ish.
Yeah, right now
Yeah.
you're in the dining room, uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Chance to kind of like play with his dagger and just kind of like stab the table a bit as he's thinking. So we can open a door. We don't want to go up and disrupt the wee lass, of course. And we've got a dead, rotten man down in the entryway. This sounds like a tip-top bit of sleep, don't it?
I mean,
Oh,
last time we tried to sleep, I was possessed by a ghost. So, I mean, it's a step up, right?
Is it?
I nod agreeingly.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Fine. Well, how are we doing this? I'm not exactly keen to all just sort of, well, go without figuring what's on. And truth be told, I'm not sure I trust this Ismark fellow in full. Like, don't it seem just a little convenient?
What?
I mean, the Lord just suddenly taking a liking to his sister. And that being enough to go and curse the whole goddamn town. Well, or to stop it. I guess he's got his interests, but it all just seems a little far-fetched, don't it?
I can see where you're coming from, but you also need to remember this place is really different from where we come from. There's
True.
undead everywhere. Apparently.
Look, I don't like much of this, but all I'm saying is that we better best keep our wits about ourselves. That's all.
I mean,
Gold's gold, and we've getting paid to get the hell out of this town, which I'm not exactly opposed to.
I think in general it might be best that we can kind of only trust each other, right? Because we we all know where we're where we're from, and we don't know anybody here. Who knows?
Well, if there's one thing we have in common, is that we know we're not supposed to be here, and that we're all trying to get back home. At least I imagine that so. So I propose this. We'll help each other get back home. Right? Stick together. All of us get back home and none. Deal?
Deal. If you guys could keep an eye out for my fiance, that'd be great too.
Of course.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had one, but right. I'll keep an eye open.
Mm-hmm.
What does he look like?
The last I saw, he had shorter brown hair. He was pretty tall. He's like a hunter, so he kind of had that look to him, I guess. He was a really good archer. He taught me.
Is he also a half elf? Or
Yeah.
oh.
So, I mean, I don't know, like, if he really has been. I mean, I'm just, and he might not even be here at all, but I guess it's good to look.
Alright, well.
There's like an
We're
audible.
not losing anything trying to find him.
Yeah,
What?
Well, if it's on the way, I suppose. And Coleman just takes like a big bite out of a dried piece of bread, and it's like tough bread, so he's ripping it in his teeth, like pulling on it like a. But he gets it.
His entire mouthful of teeth break.
Oh no.
That's a joke.
That's terrible. That's terrible. He's gonna wake up with nightmares.
Do you guys have people that are like waiting for you though? I mean, I don't, so it's not like too much out of my way. But I mean, are people going to be worried that you're not around for however long
Not
it takes for
really.
us to get out of here? No.
No, I should be fine. I'm actually
come
on a
on.
walkabout.
Surely there's a Miss Yog out there somewhere. Pining for her dearie.
Oh no, only woman in my life is my mum, and she really doesn't give a shit.
Oh.
Well.
I told her I'd go on a walk, and I haven't been back in a couple of years, so...
I see.
Was that the human side or the orc side?
Well, that is the orc side.
So you don't know your human papaya?
Well, I knew him very briefly.
And what does that mean exactly?
It means I knew him when I was a kid. He lived with us. He taught me a little bit about cooking, and then supposedly died giving birth to my brother.
Wait. Am I mixed up somewhere? Did you just say the dad
The
gave...
father died giving
Yeah.
birth?
That is correct. Figure it. See how long it takes you to figure that one out.
Coleman's just like gnawing on his bread, like, oh.
No.
Yeah, Nyla looks like it's like click, click, click.
Yeah, take some inspiration for that dumb bit of crap. I love it.
Right. Sure. So now what? You're just a traveling cook.
Yeah, what about your brother?
Oh, right, my brother. Well, I mean... Yeah, I'm just a traveling cook. I mean, we're brothers, but we're not that close. It's not... I'll probably see him again sometime.
No, I get that though. Family, it ain't all it's cracked up to be.
Are you gonna elaborate?
What?
I'm interested.
I'm just suggesting that most people place an undue amount of importance on blood when they could just up and walk out on it just the same, or die in some sort of freak accident where a man's given birth to a child. I don't need to know all the details. What I'm saying is, it's a fickle relationship that means no more than the rest. Not on you had any choice in the matter, no.
So you know, you being gone is like you're not worried about anyone being.
I didn't say that.
You talk in circles a lot.
Look, I'll be clear. I was maybe... let's say this. I've got some clients who would maybe be particularly upset if I didn't return back with some good news.
Are you talking about the Wayfinders you told me earlier? Are you one of them?
No, not a wayfinder. No, I just am, well, there's some man who wanted to, ship some goods from point A to point B. Simple as that, right? Except it's not so simple when there's an Amish blockade. So I was up and about trying to find a means to, shuffle some things around. You know, just help in the process. I was supposed to return back, but the cold came on a little faster than I expected, and I had spent most of my money on, gambling and drink, I suppose.
While he's talking, you guys hear this sudden clattering and banging at the window near you. And then a little bit more, it sounds like nails scraping against the front of the door. And you hear hounds growling outside. Sounds like the howling of a pack of wolves, almost as close as just outside the door and just outside the walls. Even though it's an older house, the walls are thick. They're not, it was obviously long before heavy insulation was made, so you can hear it pretty clearly. You hear nails dragging, and you can pretty clearly hear starting to kind of pile up in droves outside of the windows and walls.
I just kind of jump in my seat, and I'm like, and he just is gonna Ismark's just gonna sleep through this.
Chance is gonna grab his dagger and he's jumping up from his seat too, and he moves over, I guess, to this is a dining room. There's probably a window. Is the window boarded?
The windows on this floor are all boarded, yes.
Okay. He's gonna put his back up against a window and press himself against the wall, and just have his dagger kind of at the ready, and he's listening.
You could probably, if you look around a little bit, you could probably find one with a little, if you put your eye right against it, you can see through.
Yeah, is there a crack in a board or something that I can maybe just peek out of?
So yeah, as soon as you go to peek out of it, a dagger comes through and you make a new character. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, you're looking out and you see it. There's just probably about a dozen or so Walking Dead out there. You've seen these guys before. Seen them cleaned out of graveyards. They're not uncommon, especially in places where sorcerers have caused some kind of wild magic or some kind of cult of priests or something has gone horribly wrong. But the difference between these guys is they seem to be moving with a little bit more of a purpose. They'll walk, and then they'll slam their hands on the windows bluntly, and then they'll stop and look at the window and then move away and move on to the next window and drag their nails. It's almost like something's controlling them. And then you see the occasional black shadow as a wolf darts around in and out of your vision. And then lastly, I do need a perception check from you. All right, you see from where you're at, you managed to kind of get up against one of the windows right near the front door. You can see down the walkway. At the very end of the walkway where the fence swings open, you see a dark, shadowy silhouette of a man. Or a woman, but a large silhouette, caped silhouette sitting there, staring up the street at you.
Coleman scowls.
Far be it from me to deliver bad news, but we've got company, friends.
Well, they can't come inside, so...
Oh, they just haven't yet.
Can I go see if I can see too? Is there another place I can kind of peek out?
Yeah,
Coleman will shift over and let you peek out of his window if you want to
okay.
look.
Yes, thank you.
Look over there, right beyond. See that man? He's not moving like the rest of them.
Yeah, you can see it. It looks like a silhouette. You see the occasional wind blow. It looks like long hair blows in the wind. You can see that. And maybe a long kind of ragged cloak. Or a coat maybe even. But you can't quite make out much else. Sorry, by the way, I'm chewing on carrots at the same time, so.
I'll be I'll turn to everyone else and say, he's just standing out there. I mean, he's just planning to stand there all night.
He's watching. Just like we are.
As you say that, you're right on the front door.
We can't go outside now, even if we wanted to confront them about it. It would probably be better if we took shifts.
Right, sounds good.
Yeah. Do you guys mind if we all sleep in the same room?
I don't mind.
Just feels like it'd be safer.
Let's find a living room. Someone with some couches.
Well, isn't there a place upstairs for bedrooms?
Yeah, well, there might be one or two, I suppose.
Well, well, no, the owner of the house directed us to it.
Oh, right, right. I must have been busy chomping down on some food. You lead the way. Let's get upstairs. And besides, we'll be a little closer to that, Irina.
Yeah.
I
Can't
start
exactly
holding
get paid if she dips off in the middle of the night.
That's true, but we weren't supposed to like talk to her or anything yet because I don't know. She's excitable, I guess.
Right. Well, we'll behave ourselves then. After all, we are in the house of some sort of noble.
Yeah. Fancy stuff here.
All right, so you guys
Chancellor,
gonna
head
just
upstairs, yeah.
you guys just gonna take watch from one room? You can see out the window upstairs. That is not boarded up the same. There are bars on it, but it's not completely boarded up like the windows have been shattered or anything.
So there's a window like in the room we're in.
Yeah, you can see it. There's
Okay.
probably at least somewhere between a dozen and 20 undead wandering around on the grounds. And again, it looks like they're just, think of it like piranhas swimming around a moat or sharks swimming around a moat, guarding a moat into a castle, like daring you to come out, trying to torment you. You'll hear wolves howl occasionally, and you'll see one kind of flit into view. You can't tell how many wolves there are. At one point, you see two, maybe three. Zana, being a druid, you notice early on those wolves are very thin, very starved looking.
gaunt.
Yeah, very gaunt, very very thin, very. They're all black, but you can't tell if it's from filth and mud or if that's their actual natural color.
Being a druid and being aware of like pack sizes based on howls, can I determine that? Can I determine how many are in their pack?
Make a nature check for me at advantage.
15.
All right. The howls are very erratic. Like normally there's a different howl for an alpha, the different levels of wolves, alpha, beta, things like that. Sometimes they're answering cries. These are very erratic. There's nothing structured about them the way wolves would be. It seems like almost like they're all a bunch of deltas, and they're all just basically clowns that are kind of working on their own. So yeah,
Okay.
that strikes you as quite odd.
Well, who would like to take the first watch? If we're taking things in shifts.
I can do it. It's fine.
Are you sure? Do you want anyone else to stay up with you?
Whatever. If you guys want to, you can. But
Better we do it two at a time.
Okay. I can stay up with you.
okay.
I don't take that much to sleep anyway, so.
Oh, okay. That sounds good.
All right, so in reality, there's not. It doesn't matter what order you guys take the watch in. You get through the night. You're so exhausted from your ordeal in the house, the death house, plus all of this, that a little bit of tossing and turning, but you're able to get your full rest. So you can get your level 3 benefits, of course, and hit points back and everything like that. Some point during the night, they don't remember when. Eventually, the first thing you notice is the shape leaves, the man silhouette leaves, then the wolves leave, and then slowly but surely you notice the zombies just kind of wander off and they sort of filter down the road into the mist. And then it's morning time.
All right.
You are awakened to the sound of at your door, and you hear a familiar raspy voice call out. All right there, folks. We would like to go now so that we can get this done My sister still sleeps, and her mood was very sour last night. Very sour indeed. Let us put our father to rest, then we may come back and perhaps we can get her moving before night falls.
Okay.
Aye.
All right, so you guys head down to help him carry the father down the street.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Yep.
All right, very good. Give me a second. Let's get some stuff set up. All right, so as you go downstairs, you have another day of decay, another whole night of decay, and as you're getting closer to the coffin, I need everyone who passed the day before to roll a Constitution save at advantage, and then I need Nyla to roll at normal.
At what? Sorry.
Normal.
Oh, okay.
All right, so yeah, you only need to get an. Well, you need to get a 13. So what is that's an 11? Okay.
I got
so,
11.
All right, so Nyla, you don't vomit up your food this time, but you definitely. Oh my God! You know, you kind of have it. You know that bile in your mouth as you go in and get assailed with it again.
Yep.
Poor weak
Every
stomach
time
Nyla.
I like gag, I'm like, sorry, I'm sorry.
They kind of ignore it, and as you guys lift the cask and go it out, and Ismark has boards laid beneath him so that everybody can lift a board and carry it out like your pallbearers. With all of you, it's 6 of you. It's fairly easy. You do notice. Just hang on one sec. You do notice the young woman standing at the top of the stairs, and she's just staring at you guys as you're walking out. And Ismark stops and says, "Go rest, Irina. We will be back soon, and our father will be laid to rest." She, without a word, kind of stares at you guys, and she's dressed like she's ready for battle. And she's looking at you very hard, just for a brief moment, and she cuts her eyes to the side and turns and walks back into her room, and you hear the door slam. Let me give you a picture of her real quick. That armor around her, that's kind of thick leather armor. Very, very fancy. The sword almost looks too big for her. She looks kind of, she looks dainty, but at the same time, she looks very confident. And she looks indecisive. And then he says, "Days ago when father died, she was inconsolable. Now she simply stares and goes the opposite direction."
You sure she don't want to be a part of this? It is her father, after all. I mean, I did just maybe last night talk about how, familial relationships are their own things, but still.
No, I do not think she can be. I will explain later. But for now, let us move on to the church.
All right. Very well.
Okay.
So you guys get up to about here. There you go, and I should have moved you. And you're moving up, and you see this at the top of a slight rise. As you start to approach, you finally see that precipice that overlooks the valley that Ismark was talking about. And you can see the castle in the distance, just reaching out over the top of the fog and the clouds, like some giant claw about to smash down on the land. But atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that supports the castle stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. The church has obviously weathered the assaults of evils for centuries on end and is very worn and very weary. A bell tower rises towards the back, and flickering light shines through holes in the shingled roof, the rafters seeming to strain feebly against their load. And I'm going to change you guys over real quick to something else. Bam, right there. And then, can you guys see where I'm pinging on the map here?
Yeah.
If
Well,
you
I
could-
can't
Yeah.
see it. It's just black to me.
Okay,
but-
yeah. If you
Yeah,
could
it's
grab
just
your
black.
token just by the name, not by the token itself, but by the name in your journal, and drag it over to right where I'm pinging. I just want to make sure it works for everybody.
Yeah, I can see the ping.
Wait, what do you want us to do?
Grab your in your journal where your character's name is.
Uh-huh.
Just grab it and drag it over to where that ping is.
Oh.
There you go.
Can you ping one more time?
Ping, yep. Right here. And I guess I'll move Hildegard, so I think she's having some tech difficulty anyway. And lastly, I need Ismark. Alright, so you guys move up to this church. And Ismark moves up to the door and he looks back at you guys and says, leave my father by the door, and he helps you guys kind of place him down on the ground there. And he says, pretty sure we can hear you now, Hildegard. Say something.
You guys can hear me?
Yes, we can
Yeah.
hear you. All right, so when he gets there, he goes to, he helps you guys set his father down. He goes, sadly, I do not come here anymore. I have not come in the last few months after the town became assaulted. Brother Donovich has let this place go to waste, it seems. Unfortunately, I cannot say as I blame him, as his son, Duru, was one of the ones that left with the rest of the villagers. Rumor has it that Duru returned, but I have not been to visit yet. And he moves up and moves open the door. All right, moves in there.
So follow.
Sure. All right, so this is a hall. The doors open and reveal a 10-foot wide, about 20-foot long hall leading to a very brightly lit chapel. The hall itself is unlit and reeks of mildew. There are 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, leading to adjacent chambers. You can see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer up towards the front here. But then suddenly the prayer is blotted out by an inhuman scream that rises up from beneath the wooden floor.
Father, I'm starving.
To which this man up here kind of starts and turns around and blinks at you guys, squinting through the light of the chapel.
Hey, hello? Who's there?
So where did the sound come from?
Below your feet,
The
like
our
in
feet?
like in the undercroft below the church.
Okay.
Ismark says,
Brother Ivanovich,
"What was that? What has happened here?" Donovich smiles and goes,
Oh, Ismark, it is so good to see you. That is nothing. That is but Doru. Doru is below the floor. He has been misbehaving of late. He is so hungry. He eats so much. I do not want to become obese nor overweight to where he cannot move. No. But I will feed him soon. Do not worry.
I would like to immediately insight him.
Go ahead. He seems like he seems like he's a little bit calmer than he should be, considering there's some scratching, screaming voice from beneath the floors. At the end of that, you hear like what sounds like the rattling of chains below, and it's like,
Father, I can hear you out there. I know you have my dinner. Bring me food now, you fat fuck.
Is he chained?
no, he is not chained. He simply likes to play with chains down there in the floor. I do not know why he likes to go in there to begin with.
I'm doing
Just
an insight check on that guy.
Yeah, I just don't
Yeah,
even
go ahead.
believe that.
Yeah.
Did he
Like-
break all of
Play with
the
chains.
cues? Why is he chained? Or is something wrong with him?
Hildegard, what was your insight?
It was bad.
All right.
It's
Yeah, I see it. It's 7. Sorry, my bad. So
yeah,
yeah,
plus three, so 10.
no, that 7 is automatically calculates all of that.
Never mind.
Yeah, whatever you roll and roll 20, everything, all your bonuses and stuff are automatically calculated, unless it's like a very temporary bonus. So yeah. Anyway, he just it doesn't take a lot to figure out that he's obviously not being 100% truthful there, but Ismark asks him if they will bury his father, and he says,
No, I must see to Doru. I must see to Doru.
and he's reaching down behind the pew, not the pew, the what is this thing called?
Podium?
Podium, and he brings out a kind of a basket of fruit. It's got apples, oranges. Actually, looks quite good compared to everything you've seen in this place so far. And he says,
I will feed him, and then we will talk.
and he looks to be kind of fighting back tears, and he says,
Would all of you please wait outside? Wait outside.
I mean, I'm kind of looking to Ismark here, like, because he knows him. Is this
Ismark
normal
looks-
behavior?
Ismark's staring at him open mouthed and wide eyed, like, yes. He's like, Brother Donovich, my father, he has died. He's your friend for many years. He has passed on, and Doru is being kept in the basement. Why? And Donovich just kind of starts shoving past him, and he stops in front of all of you. And for just a moment, he gets kind of a tired old man look. He goes,
Please, leave. Leave my church.
just it's very weird. He's just completely erratic, and
Coleman's gonna step aside and let the man walk past with the fruit.
Yeah, I same actually, because I feel like she's almost just in such like, what is happening? You know how you just sort of, when those sort of moments happen, you just sort of stare and what? So yeah, sure.
he says,
No, you misunderstand. I need you to leave the church. Then I will tend to my son.
Why do we need to leave the church?
Well, because I want to feed him.
he's kind of walking past, and then he stops right about here, and he looks over at Yog and just kind of gives a start. And he goes,
You are strong foreigners.
and then he finally falls to his knees, and he drops the basket at his feet, and he goes,
My daughter is gone. He is lost to me.
"Hey," and he's crying and seems very inconsolable. And then you hear,
Father! Stop crying and bring me my food! You blubbering bastard!
What do you mean he's gone? It sounds like he's in your basement.
he looks up at you briefly and blubbers something. He's just
What the hell
wailing.
is this?
He's on his
Why
hands
is he
and
kept
knees,
down
like
there?
just wailing. He starts to regain his composure and goes, I do not know. He is a danger to all around him, himself, all. I am sure with time he will get better, though. He will get better.
He's a danger? What does that mean?
He tries to bite. He tries to bite me. He tries to bite his father. And then you hear Doris scream out, I tried to bite you because you won't feed me, father. Bring me food. You,
Well,
up there with him, bring me food and let me go. He keeps me chained down here as a prisoner. His own son. He thinks I am a danger. I only want to eat and live.
We've got an expert cook with us. Why don't we let him feed you, son? Don't worry, lad. It'll be great.
Yes, yes. Feed Doru. Bring me food. The bastard up there will not feed me.
Right, where is the kid?
Are you asking that to Donovich? Yeah, I guess you are.
Yep.
He sits up and he holds up the basket to you and looks up at you. He holds up the basket of fruit and then points at this door right here. And then while he's holding out the basket of fruit, after he's done pointing, he reaches down to his belt and brings up a very large old rusty key. Food I like in here a lot.
What?
Okay. Right.
Wait, so you're saying he attacks people now?
Yeah, Chance is gonna cast Mage Armor on himself. He kind of does not want to be bitten by some basement-dwelling kid.
All right. So, yeah, you do that, and the father gives the key. Are you going through that door there, Yog?
Yep.
All right, it pushes right open, and what you see is this is an old room. Time and neglect have punched holes in the ceiling of it. Very moldy room. It contains a few broken roof shingles and puddles of water. In one corner, set into the floor, is a heavy wooden trapdoor, held shut with a chain and padlock. And it's very clear that that's where the young man's screams of anguish can be heard coming through that door. He's like, please bring me food. I cannot last much longer, please.
Right, Yog is gonna head over to the trapdoor and he got a key, didn't he?
Yes, indeed, he did.
Okay, then he's gonna hopefully unlock this thing.
Pip, I got you in the wrong place here. Hold on. Oh, she's got two. Okay, there we go.
Now I have two? Oh, I might
that's
have
all right.
accidentally done that earlier. Sorry.
That's all right. You're fired.
I'm
All
fine.
right, so you're opening that door?
Wait, I'll be like to Dobrlik. Or is that his name? No, that. What's the guy's name?
Donovich.
Donovich. I'll be like, wait, is he like dangerous? Is that why you keep him in there?
He's just sitting
What's-
there crying. He seems, there's nothing you can say. He looks at you, he blubbers, and, then goes back. It's like he's hiding his face in his hands. He's kind of got the ostrich syndrome right now.
Okay.
Hildegard is keeping a very close eye on him.
All right. Yog said he was opening the door, right?
Yep.
You going down?
Well, at least opening the door for starters, but yeah, he'll go down.
All right, so it's a church's undercroft that has rough-hewn walls and a floor made of damp clay and earth. There are rotten wooden pillars straining under the weight of the ceiling. Candlelight from the chapel above slips through the cracks, allowing you to glimpse a gaunt shape, chained, but there's a lot of chain slack in the far corner. I'm gonna move you down there. All right, so you guys kind of see You guys hear Yog fiddling with a chain and a lock, and then um, the sound of a ladder shaking as he goes down.
I kind of want to stand like by the where here is where he is.
Yep.
I want to like stand by the door like just in case, I guess.
So that's where he went.
Chance will enter the room as well.
I will also enter the room.
And Hildy, you're just staying there watching Donovich.
I'll be. I'm gonna move here, so I can like see inside the room, but also keep an eye on him on the side.
Okay, very good. Just so everyone's aware, this is the trapdoor that the Yog went down.
Yeah, I'm like looking down in it, like, you know.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you a quick glimpse of what it looks like since you're looking down.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Oh, okay.
Is it like complete black downstairs?
You can see it's dark, but you can see where like the light from the above is actually shining down through the floor, giving some light.
Okay.
So the person rocking back on his heels looks at you, and you see him kind of crawl out a couple of feet. Yog, as he comes out, he's crawling. You hear the rattle of chains as he goes, and you can see there's quite a bit of slack on those chains. And he says, "You're bringing me food. Come closer, so that I may eat."
I'll like yell down the down the thing. I'm like, hey, no attacking anyone or whatever it is you're doing.
Doru mistakes who you're talking to, and he says, "Attack? Do not attack Doru. Please do not hurt Doru. Doru just wants food, please. At least let Doru have strength to fight back. Give me food, please."
Just like look at Zana like
Right.
Kind of like shrugs.
Yog is going to step a little bit closer, and he's going to chuck the basket of fruit at him. It's like, you wanted food? There you go.
All right, he moves forward to about here, and the chains kind of reach out, and he reaches to go grab the food, and he goes,
Oh, an act of kindness for a poor, impoverished child.
and he reaches down and he grabs a piece of fruit, and he's holding it up, and he's looking at it, and his eyes close like gently, like he's about to eat it, and he's going to savor every bite of it. And then he throws it at you, and it thuds hardly in your chest, and he goes,
I need meat. I need blood. Bring me rats, bats, maybe even cats.
and with that he says,
But I suppose you will have to do.
and I need everyone to select their token and roll initiative.
Oh shit!
Make sure your token's selected. I lost my Doro sheet. Where'd Doro sheet? And this is kind of what you see here. Yog coming out of the shadows at you.
Nice. You could use inspiration for initiative rolls, couldn't you?
Actually, I don't. Can you? I don't think you can.
I don't know. What
No,
can you
I
do?
think it's only for skill checks, attack rolls, but not death saves or initiative. You can always look it up, you know. But I don't think so. I've never seen anybody use it.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. Never mind.
Not real happy about that low initiative.
No. Give me some levels so I get advantage on this crap.
It should be level 3, right? Yeah. Oh no. Okay. All right. So all right. So Zana, you hear that? You hear that scream, that cry out at Yog, and then You hear a rattling of chains and everything like that as this thing's scampering towards him. What are you doing?
I'm going to immediately go down there.
All right, so that's 5, 10. It's 10 feet of movement to get down there.
Okay. And then 15, 20, 25. And then let's see, how far away is he from me? 25 feet? I would like to cast Produce Flame.
That would be a hit.
Oh, fuck.
You clicked
13
the word.
damage.
No, that's not right. So
Oh,
you
it's not.
rolled again. Where in the chat window, click the word "produce flame," like where you made your first roll. There we go.
There we go.
Mm.
Thank you.
No worries.
So it is 3 damage.
All right, so
Fire.
3 damage. So you strike out it, and this thing, it definitely burns him, and he's like, ah! As he's continuing his turn, and that brings us to Coleman, correct? Or his Lesson is not done.
I'm gonna let's see. I mean, so that was 25, 30, 35. I'm gonna go there so people can come downstairs.
Okay.
That'll end my turn.
All right, and that brings us to Chance.
All right. Coleman's gonna pop his head out of this room real quick and kind of shout at Ismark. Ismark, make sure this one doesn't get into any funny business. And he's gonna point to Father Donovan, and then he's going to jump down the stairs as well. So 5, 10, 15 to get
That'll
down
be
the stairs,
15 right there. Yep.
Oh, okay. So that's 30 right there. I still have another 15. Running down the stairs. I guess I'm just gonna get right about here. And I will wait right here. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna get right here. I'm just gonna prepare a lightning lure, in case he gets within range. So if he bolts forward and like tries to I don't know, hit Yog or something, I'm gonna lightning lure him.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know what that does when it happens. But that brings us to Hildegard's turn.
I forgot to press the button. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down the trapdoor.
So you were right here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That puts you at 25 right there.
All right. How far is the guy from where I am? The little vampires.
30 feet.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to cast Calm Emotion on it.
Nice.
That's smart.
All right. And what does that do?
That's gonna make him indifferent to the creatures that are hostile towards him, or that he's hostile towards.
And what's the save? Wisdom versus...
I'm just gonna check
It's
real
gonna make
quick.
a charisma saving throw.
Yeah, I'm looking at concentration.
It's a charisma saving throw.
Gotcha. Okay, got it. And charisma.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah. It's just kind of you kind of come down and you reach out to your goddess and say calm down, and he just kind of looks at it. He's like, no. And is that turn?
Well, I mean, he's chained, right?
Yeah, but there's still plenty of slack.
Okay,
I didn't hear that last part. Sorry.
I'm just shouting to the others, get away from him. And that's gonna be my turn.
All right, and that brings us to Nyla.
Okay, I'll go down.
That's going to put you at about 15 right there because you have to stop
15.
at least ahead of her.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll go here. And can I ready an action, like pull my bow out and ready to shoot at him
Sure.
if he makes a move?
So yeah, the condition is when
someone-
he moves, you're going to take a shot.
Like, well, basically, if I see him like charging at someone about to attack someone, that's when I want to shoot him.
Got it.
So that's my condition, and I guess I'll just be like, what is wrong with you? Stop it.
All right. So first thing is he is going to charge Yog. So I need we'll go with Chance's held action first.
All right, so it's a strength saving throw. If he meets that, then no problem. If not, okay, yeah. So he runs up to Yog, and I guess Chance tries to there's like a little whip made entirely of lightning, and he just lashes out at Doru's arm, tries to pull him, but it's not strong enough.
Yeah, he just kind of yanks back. He's kind of fixed on his big green meal, and that allows for Nyla to take her held action, which is a bow shot.
Yes. Which is what? Sorry. Yes. Does it count because Yog is right there? Does it count as sneak attack type stuff?
Yes, he's base to base now. So yep.
Sounds good. Okay, I got a 20. I got a 6 damage.
6 total.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice when the arrow kind of pierces, it goes right into the muscle of his shoulder. He's like, ah, and he smacks it out. And then where the arrow pierced him, you don't see any blood or anything falling out, leaking out. And that brings us to Yog's turn.
So he's not attacking.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Good. Thank you. Thank you for being honest there.
Oh, Chance, you should probably do damage too, because he still takes it.
He does take damage.
It's a level 12, you should be able to.
The damage is only if they move within 5 feet.
Right,
If they fail to save.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Take 1d8 damage if it's within 5 feet of you.
Okay.
All right, so it claws at you. Does a 14 hit.
That's 8.
All right, 8 points of slashing damage. And he is not trying to grapple you, so he's going to take another claw attack. Ooh, that's a hit then, too.
Geez.
11 points of slashing.
Ouch.
Alright, that fucking hurts, but okay.
And that brings us to your turn. Should let me not take my turn, man.
Oh, I mean, it is what it is. Nice, there's some fucking slack chains though. Anyway, Yog is going to rage, and, well, he's fucked up already, so let's reckless swing at this dude. See what happens. That's a 21 to hit.
That would definitely hit.
For a grand total of 12 points of slashing damage. And that will be it from Yog.
Yeah, you take a chunk out of its flesh, and it just kind of, again, just recoils a bit. You're not seeing any blood. You get the impression that where you've hit other creatures like this with a swing that hard, it doesn't seem to do quite as much damage as you would expect it to be doing. And that brings us to top of the turn order with Zana.
Okay, so I'm going to. I saw a Yog take damage, right? So
Yes.
I would, as a bonus action, cast Healing Spirit. So what I do is I summon a token that I can move around, and I'm going to place it right in Yog's space. And hold on, I can probably bring up the spell here in just a moment.
As long as you know what it does, I'm fine with it. The only reason I don't need it linked is if there's something odd
Yeah,
about it.
so at the start of Yog's turn, he'll get 2 points of healing, but every turn as a bonus action, I can move it, and whatever creatures enter or start their turn there, they heal from it as a bonus action.
Sure. Just how big is it? Is it 5 feet?
It's 5 feet.
Okay, perfect.
It's basically a spiritual weapon, but for healing.
Sure.
Nice.
And then I'm going to shoot him with a bow and arrow. So let's see, where's that short bow?
I believe a 16 does hit, actually. Yes, it does.
Cool. 4 piercing.
All right, this guy's getting plunked with arrows, that's for sure. As soon as they hit him, though, they kind of sink into his flesh, and he just, shakes them out or smacks them out because of this frantic movement. And that brings us to Coleman. Unless Zana had more movement or anything.
That's the end of my turn. I'm not moving.
All right.
All right. Coleman is. All right. I'm going to step up. Does a 14 hit him?
Does not. 15.
Oof. Okay. Then in traditional fashion, he is going to continue moving past. A question: Where are the chains attached to?
They're attached to the ceiling, somewhere in the ceiling, like right up around
Right around here?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Okay.
I'm looking at the wrong thing. Hold on. They're more like right around here. Like straight into the ceiling.
Okay.
So like he has slack to go almost anywhere except up the steps in this room. Of course,
Right.
you could try and fool him to go around different pillars and stuff.
Pillars,
but,
and then that's kind of the idea. So, okay, I'm gonna start trying to find where the pillars are, or like where the chains are, and see if I could maybe get a hand on one. But if that's an action, I can always wait.
You can grab one here. That'll be free action. Just grabbing one's not
Sure.
a big deal. There's only one chain, and it's coming from the ceiling down to him, so you can just grab it anywhere on the floor.
Sounds good.
Is that it then?
That'll be it.
All right. And that brings us to Hildegard.
Yeah, let's go with some radiant damage. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame.
All right, go ahead and roll it up.
I don't know if I'm close enough.
Yeah, if you're within 30 feet, right?
60 feet.
60 feet. Yeah, so you got plenty of space.
So it's a dexterity saving throw for him. God damn it.
Oh,
Hey, you're muted real bad there. I can barely
you're
hear
not
you.
muted, but you're very soft. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like your microphone got pulled way away from your face. All right, so yeah, she reaches out with the sacred flame, and that would have been a good thing, but yeah, it definitely he definitely manages to dodge out of the way, prepared as he is. Is that Hildegard's turn? Hildy, is that your turn?
She might have tried to change her mic or something.
Does Yog need healing or something?
Y'all got kind of messed up.
Yeah, I definitely got chunks taken out of him. by
Yeah,
some
you got
claws.
hit pretty fucking hard.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on him.
All right. Go ahead and click that. All right, 7 points of damage back, healed.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's definitely good. And that brings us to, are you moving, Hildegard?
Yeah, I'm gonna come down the stairs. About right here.
Okay. And Nyla. You see Hildegard attempt to strike him with a sacred flame. He dodges out of the way. And that brings us to your turn.
Okay. Let's see. So I will go opposite him with my sword, my silver.
Okay.
And I want to cast Wrathful Might. And what that is he has to make a wisdom saving throw. And so he makes it, so he's fine. But then when I hit him, he also takes 1d6 psychic damage.
All right. Let's see if you hit him.
16.
16 does just hit.
Okay. $11 damage, and 4 of that is psychic.
Okay, so I got it. And you hit him with a silvered sword?
Yes.
Oh, you definitely see some steam come off of his skin as you cut into him with that sword. He's like, ah, you bitch. And that brings us to his turn. Which he is definitely going to swipe at. I'm pretty sure 25 would hit you, correct, Nyla?
Yeah.
Okay, so 8 points of slashing.
Okay.
Oof. And since there's so many of you, he's not trying to grapple anybody yet. Actually, I forgot. Hold on, I need to read something about him real quick. 10 points at the start of his turn. Okay, hang on. Now, you notice when he's reaching out to cut into you, too, you notice that some of those wounds that you guys have taken out of him, like the arrow wounds and the various stab wounds and stuff, they're knitting up, like they're sewing themselves shut, like right in front of your eyes.
Oh, damn.
And he misses
Dang
with
it.
his second claw attack.
Okay.
So he reaches out and misses with the second one. And that brings us to Yog's turn.
At the start of your turn, you heal 2 points.
Oh, hell yeah. Saying that he's currently attacking someone else, Yoga's gonna look at him and go, "You done with me already, big boy?" And he's gonna reach out and try and grapple him.
Right, that's opposed athletics, correct?
Well, it is.
And you've got advantage.
If he's raging.
Yes. He is very
Definitely
definitely raging now.
I got a 12, so I definitely
Hell
missed
yeah.
that one. So yeah, he's definitely grappled.
Right, that will be all from Yoga. I guess that's a full action if you don't have multiple attacks.
All right, and that brings
You
us
can
to
move though if you want to move him somewhere.
Isn't that a
I did call
secondary
him the turn
athletics
anyway.
check or no?
Okay.
No, I guess it's not. Wouldn't be. All right, so that brings us to top of turn order with Zana. You see Yog take this guy to the ground.
Bonus action, I'm going to move my healing spirit over into Nyla's space, and what she sees is like this surge of energy that springs forth from Yog's space and turns into like this spectral elk that encompasses her space. And because she's entering it on her turn, she gets 2 healing points.
I appreciate it.
And then I'm going to take my movement 5, 10, 15, 20. And then I'm going to shoot him in the air with an arrow.
All right, 3 piercing.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
I
you
need
gotta
to
roll
roll
first.
for
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll.
I'm
Damn
like,
it.
where'd the
Damn
damage
it, you
come
guys.
from?
I don't
Oh
So
no.
it whizzes past. It kind of gets caught on the edge of this pillar as it ricochets off, and that brings us
I got
to
excited.
Coleman.
All right. Coleman's gonna try something fun. So there is this big chain, and it's got a lot of slack in it, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Now I'm kind of gonna have to ask you where exactly this would make sense. So what he's gonna try to do is he's gonna take this chain, and he's gonna try to like, because this is something he does as a sailor. He is going to try to wrap it, or wrap 2 parts of it, maybe like the front and back, kind of around one of these pillars, and then use his belaying pin to hitch it.
Yeah,
and
you would wrap it around. Like, let me do a draw.
So I'm trying to make his rope, his tether, even shorter by another 15 feet or so.
From where you're at, like moving it like around here and then down here, and if you're gonna try and pin it, that would definitely do it. That would pin him to where he can't move another step forward.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
if you go
Then
back,
that's
now if you go back here, let me switch back to pinging so I don't destroy my screen. But if you go back to here, you have to use a strength check, but you can probably pull him. Well, it'd be doubly hard because you're pulling him and Yog. Pulling back 10 more feet, but
that was kind of what I wanted to ask you, because I think ultimately right now he's trying to set this up while the guy's distracted. If I start pulling on it, he's going to notice. So he's trying to get his slack and just start wrapping it up to make it shorter for now. So
yeah,
I think
so right there will be fine.
yeah, right there's fine. And then that'll probably be his action to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I imagine that's because this is like a tying it. He's literally like using the chains, the belaying pin, and he is also going to like. I guess this is a free action. He will he'll look and he'll reach out and grab a hammer out of his pack and a pair of pythons. And kind of give a knowing look to Yog, maybe, I suppose. This one looks feisty, boys.
All right.
But the chain was holding up so far.
And that brings us to Hildegard.
All right. God damn it. I'm gonna try that sacred flame one more time. And pray for the best. Okay, yeah. So he's gotta do a dexterity saving throw.
No.
He's nimble. He's nimble.
He's dodging and weaving out of those. He sees that holy fire coming. He's like, ah, don't burn me.
Okay, well, uh, yeah, that's about all I can.
All right, so that brings us to Nyla.
So I will. Oh yeah, I get 2 healing from Zana's little friend.
Correct.
Okay. And then I will cut into him with my sword again. 16.
That hits.
Yes. And this spell's a concentration spell, so I'm assuming every time I roll an extra 1d6 psychic damage to look. Oh, I should have made a save, shouldn't I? To see if I could maintain the
Oh yeah. You got to make your con save.
spell.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll do that really fast.
You need to at least beat a 10.
I
And
did
is it for advantage?
Oh, yeah, it is. Thank you. I still didn't beat it though. I got
Oh no!
7. So
All right.
never mind. Okay, yeah, but other damage. 11.
Now you do notice that when you hit it with the silver sword, it definitely burns and it screams and squeals a lot more when you stab it. And is that turn for Nyla?
Yeah, I guess like since I see it's doing something, I'll kind of like, point at it afterwards and just kind of like be like, get back, get out of here.
All right, and that brings us to Doru's turn, he's getting stabbed by the dangerous lady. So he's actually gonna try and he's gonna try and claw his way out of the guy he's not actually trying to break free. He's trying to claw at the guy, like shiv him with his claws. It's got him on the ground. So 17 hits, right? And that's
Yep.
9 slashing. He's gonna take one more little shiv there. That does not hit. He kind of grazes your arm with the other one.
All right.
And that brings us to Yog's turn. That's what he gets for not trying to stand up.
Well, he is currently standing, which brings us to the next order of business, which is Yog is going to take his action to shove him to the ground.
All right. What's that? Another athletics check for me?
I believe it's a contested athletics as well.
Yep.
That's a 20.
Natural
Oh
one.
yeah!
Nice.
So yeah, he's definitely skids onto the ground.
Right, and as he gets him down on the ground, Yog is going to look over at Chance and go like, "Hey, why do you want this idiot?"
Right there'll suit me just fine.
Fine by me. Then Yog will end his turn there.
Now do I have to move him 5 feet away?
No, the shove is knocking him prone.
Just knocking him
Yep.
prone? Okay.
Yes, he's now prone and grappled.
And that brings us to Zana's turn.
Getting frustrated with using my bow and arrow, and now that he's prone, I'm going to move up, draw my. Hold on, what do I have? I'm going to draw my scimitar, and I'm going to attack him with advantage because he's prone.
Yep.
So does a 17 hit?
17 does.
Cool. He takes 6 slashing, and then no, we'll keep the spirit on Nyla.
All right, so
But
that
when
is
it starts, she gets another 2 points.
Two.
Yeah, 2 at the
turn.
start. Mhm. So, all right,
Yay.
so that brings us to Coleman's turn.
All right, Coleman is going to move up to this pillar right here. And since Yog is kind of pinning this dude on the ground, Coleman's going to take much more of the slack now. So going to basically tie him as tight as he can, or with a chain, and I'm going to hammer and python nail this chain to the pillar.
All right, very easy. So at this point, the way you're pulling it now, that's definitely going to pretty much be trapping him within like this little square area here.
Like right around the pillar, 5 feet.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
As soon as he does, Chance is gonna kind of bite the bullet here. Well, yeah, I think that's his action. We'll wait for another turn here. And I guess he'll just kind of give a moment. All right, he's set. Give me one moment here, and we'll be able to step back, no problem. And I'm gonna start charging electricity in my hands. But that is currently my turn.
All right, and that brings us to Hildegard.
Okay, so it's is it restrained or anything?
He's prone, being held. He's on his back right now, and what Coleman has done is pretty much wrapped a chains around these pillars and hammered them down, so that he's not going to be able to go much further than. Let me give you a little arrow. Much.
So what you're saying is that he would fail a dexterity saving throw?
No, I'm not saying he would. I'm saying that go ahead and roll.
He has disadvantage on.
Oh yeah, he has disadvantage.
Prone.
Yeah. I'm not saying he will, but let's
Because
see.
he's restrained by the manacles, or
Because he's prone.
He's prone.
that
She-
doesn't matter if he's prone.
Yeah, I know. She was being smart. She was trying to be funny. But yes, he failed.
Yeah, the humor and the dex failed, so dex saving.
Yeah. You can have yourself some inspiration, DM inspiration for that one. Hildy.
Yay!
Yeah, it took me a
Great.
minute too. And he does not regen this round. Might not have been much damage, but he does not regen. Is that Hildegard's turn?
Yeah, that's her turn. She, you can hear her laugh a little, like happy that she finally hit him.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's my turn. That's it.
And that brings us to Nyla.
Okay, so 2 from Zana. Okay. Yeah, I'll attack him. 17.
17 hits.
9.
9 with the silver, okay.
Mhm.
All right, so between Hildy stopping him from regenning and Nyla giving him a good stab with this weapon that actually does damage to him, and you guys is nickel and diming him, he's starting to look wore out. He's starting to look a little bit more panicked. Like he looks on his token, he's a little bit more mad. And his eyes are crying blood. He's like, no, you will not kill poor Doro. Father did not feed me. And that brings us to Doru's turn, who is going to... So, let me get this straight. He's shoved on the ground, so he's on the ground, right? But he's not
Yep.
currently being held anymore? Or is
But he is.
No,
grappled.
he's also being grappled.
Okay, gotcha. That's what I was trying to figure out there. Oops.
Yeah, Yog's essentially got him in a chokehold on the ground.
All right, well, then he is going to figure out why my character sheet stopped working. What the heck? Ah, there we go. All right, he's going to attempt to claw, but does not do that damage. He does not do that damage. So he's got you. He is going
So they're
to...
both grappled together.
He's grappled, but he's going to bite. And he fails. He rolled. That's the goddamn 70th 9 that I've rolled. All right, so yeah, so he goes to bite. He's like, he gets you, and he's like gripping you. He's like, two can play at this game, and he's kind of grabbing your wrist and goes to yank at your neck, and just you jerk to the side and you bite into his he bites into your armor, and he's like, fuck, And that brings us to Yog's turn.
Right. So he grappled Yog essentially.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, cool. Yog's gonna reply, well, but only one of us know how to play it, apparently, and Yog is gonna essentially try and break out of the grapple Doru has on him, without breaking his own. I believe that is that a contested athletics, or what is it? Is it a DC?
No, actually, I would think
Man.
that would be a DC 13 because it would be the escape DC 13. So yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. I presume it's a save.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same for athletics
you're on
anyway.
advantage,
16,
yeah.
so he's right. While still pinning
Yay.
him on the ground.
All right. So what is Yog gonna do?
All that is his action, I believe. So he's just going to lean down and say, "You're not going to beat me at this game."
And that brings us to Zana.
I'm gonna move my healing spirit over to Yog as a bonus action. So when at the top of his turn, he'll heal 5 damage. Finally,
Ooh.
something. And then I'm going to again stab him because he's still prone.
All right, roll it up.
Yeah. Scimitar.
That would be a hit.
5 slashing.
This is a new round. Okay. Oh, you guys are starting to slice big fleshy chunks out of him. Almost starting to look like a little faster than you can regen and grow it back. And is that it?
Yeah, that'll end my turn.
And that brings us to Coleman.
All right. Charging the electricity, Coleman is going to look around. Everybody's kind of gathered on. We seem to be winning, but Yog's also pretty beat.
Yog's looking better with the healing.
Better with the healing? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, I think I'm still gonna do it. I'm going to charge my hands up and basically just like defibrillate this dude on the ground.
All right, roll it. That's advantage, right?
Yep.
Oh, that would be a hit.
Is this the first time you've hit shocking growth?
I think it might be. So I'm going to shock him, and he kind of convulses on the ground, and now he can't take reactions. So I'm going to back up.
All right. And is that turn?
And that'll be his turn. I guess I'll kind of shout over. I reckon he's trapped against that pillar. Don't risk it.
All right, and that brings us to Hildegard.
Yeah, some more radiant damage for him, because I'm so original. But hey, it works.
It works.
It
It
works.
does
Wait.
not work. It does not work.
Oh.
Isn't it a disadvantage?
Yeah, even with disadvantage,
Yeah,
it's
it's
19.
still-
19.
Oh shit, I can see that. I'm gonna throw something. Okay, I'm gonna cast. Actually, wait a second. I'm gonna move to Yog here and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Cure Wounds is an action. Sacred Flame is also
Shit. Never mind.
bonus action.
Healing word. That's what I meant.
All right, go ahead and give me the roll.
Five.
And that brings us to Nyla.
I will. So he's looking pretty bad now.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I will hit him, I guess, first. I don't think I hit. No, I got an 11.
You have advantage because he's prone.
Oh, thank you. I should have gotten advantage anyway because of the thing. Okay, yeah. Okay, so 18 plus 6, so yes.
All right.
13.
Jeez Louise. So yeah, you just jab right in, and you can almost feel your blade grating against under his rib cage as you go in and you puncture what was left of his lungs. He's like, he's gurgling at you, looking up at you from beneath Yog.
Okay. And I guess I'll be like, do we kill him? I don't know. And like she's kind of like looking like she's like sort of starting to panic a little bit, and she's gonna disengage and right here.
All right.
I would. Yeah. Chance is like beckoning her closer.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll go on that one.
All right. So that kind of that brings us to like where he's kind of freaking out a little bit. Now he's kind of slashing and thrashing with his claws. He's not going to try and bite anymore. He's just going to try and attack. That would be 8 points of slashing damage to Yog. And then
Alright.
he takes another one. Does 13 hit?
No.
Okay, so yeah, just the 8 points of slashing damage. And he's just freaking out. He's like, let me go, Father! He's screaming. You guys can kind of hear Ismark kind of wrestling with Donovich upstairs, saying, let him go, brother, let him go. Let him go. He's not your son anymore. Dordu is gone. That kind of thing, and that brings us to Yog's turn.
Alright.
You heal 5 points.
Okay, having healed 5 points, it almost seems as if Yog is starting to feel really good.
But there's also a giant, there's a medium-sized elk standing in your space too. It's a ghost.
Well, anyway, in response to the indicts about killing him, Yog is gonna be like, to the chopping block you go, you little fucker.
Oh my god.
And he's gonna grab one of his cleavers and swing at him.
Y'all are gonna have Vampire Dordu for dinner.
Oh my god.
That's an 18 to 8.
Yeah.
That would hit.
For 10 points of slashing damage.
Ooh.
Or you take a big
Unlucky.
chunk out of it. He like reaches out and you swing at it, and his hand is coming up the block, and you just whack a couple of fingers off before it thuds into his chest, and he's like, ah! He's starting to kind of choke on this purplish, coagulated blood that, you know, looks obviously much thicker than regular blood as it leaks out of most orifices. And that brings us to Zana.
I'm gonna keep that spirit on Yog, and then I'm going to take the disengage action, and I'm gonna start going towards.
Oh, you didn't need to. He was shocked.
Oh, I didn't need to.
Oh wait, but I guess his turn went after
Yeah,
that.
it's top of the
so,
turn
Yeah,
order.
you need to. Yeah. yeah,
What
sorry.
turn are we on, by the way?
What's what?
What turn of order are we on right now?
It's your turn.
I know, but that's not what I'm asking.
Like how
The
many
number.
rounds is it? Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
like how round?
yeah, I don't even. Probably, I'd say 5 or 6 at this point.
I think we're on 5 right now.
Yeah, 5 makes sense.
So, because he would have, I would have taken the disengage action and moved away from him. And that would end my turn.
Okay, and that brings us to Coleman.
At the top of your turn, you will heal 5 points.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay. Coleman's just kind of watching as Yog is like hacking into this thing. But he's not even really sure what the hell is going on. So I think Chance is just gonna kind of wait back. Maybe he'll like just scoot back just a little bit more. All right, now I'm gonna go a step further here. I'm actually gonna try to pull Yog off of the dude.
That would be opposed athletics, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's no way. I know this is more thematic to waste my action doing this than just doing nothing. So yeah, he's gonna go and just trying to pull this big man off. He's like, leave him. We don't even know what he is. And he's trying to pull him off, and he can't do it.
All right.
I'll tell you what he is. He's about to be fucking mincemeat.
Then I'm gonna back up from Yog.
That's right. Yog is raging. I forgot about that. That brings us to Hildegard.
Sorry, a little problem with my with the button. Oh God, I don't know. I mean, Yog is doing fine health-wise, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Oops. Yeah. You know what? Sacred Flame again. Can it please hit?
Yes, it does.
Finally. Okay, let me just find that. Where is yeah, that's 3. Big whoop.
You pretty much essentially cost him 13 because he would have gotten 10 back at the start of his turn otherwise.
I'm sorry?
If you hit him with Sacred Flame, he doesn't gain it back.
Yeah, well, I figured it was Radiant, so that's why I keep doing it, but it keeps failing.
Yeah, every time he every time that he gets hit by that, even though it's only 3 points, he won't gain his 10 back at the start of next turn. That's why it's taking you guys so long to kill him. But every time you do that, that's when you guys start to get the upper hand a little bit. But that brings us to Nyla's turn.
I'm going to get my bow out again and like draw it and like just hold an action if he like gets out or tries to attack Yog, then I will hit him.
All right. Well, you might want to fire because he's about to attack you.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
It's at disadvantage because he's prone, so it'd be straight roll for you.
Perfect. Oh, I got a 14. I rolled 2 5s.
14 does not work. Does not hit.
What?
Need a 15.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. I did hit. I rolled a 23, and my damage was,
okay. Got it.
14. I apologize. Forgot to say that.
And that's half because it was the bow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, it goes in and boom, thunks him, and it's, he's kind of still flanning. He seems more concerned with the big man on top of him as he reaches out to claw him. 1 miss. Next one. 2 misses. Me and a 9.
More 9s.
All right. So that brings us to Yog.
Alright, counting in the additional healing, Yog looks like he's barely got scrapes on him at the moment. All his wounds are closing up, and he's just laughing at this thing he's currently got in his arms. And he's going to whack it again with his cleaver. That's a 16 to 8.
That's it.
For another 10 points of slashing damage. And that will be turn.
All right, you cut down on him, and he's like, choking and gurgling on his own dead blood. He's still barely clawing on, and that brings us to Zana.
I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 move there, and then I'm going to cast Reduce Flame. It's at disadvantage though because he's prone. So 16 away.
16 does hit.
He takes 1 fire damage. And I'll leave my spirit still on Yog.
All right, so yeah, it definitely burns him, and he just between wrestling around. He's not putting up much of a fight anymore. I guess you're trying not to hit Yog or anything. You control your flame and catch him with it, but not quite killing him yet. And that brings us to Chance's turn.
All right. Okay. Seeing all this kind of go down, he tries pulling him off, couldn't do it. Chance is just gonna be like, "All right, fine. You've got it your way, Yog." And he's just gonna kind of raise his hands, and his driftwood dagger glows, and the wind buffets around his cloak. And I'm going to cast. Let me get
Magic
right.
missile.
Yeah, right. At a point of my choosing, 10-foot radius sphere. All right, so I'm gonna do it like right here, which should hit him.
Just enough to catch him, sure.
And it's gonna be kind of even a little bit on like the roof of this building, or at least in this room. And I'm gonna cast Shatter, and I'm gonna empower it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Tell me what to roll, Mr. Fancy Pants.
All right, and then I'm gonna re-roll the. Okay, so it's 15 points of damage for a con save.
Wow.
But it's half. Constitution saving throw, yeah, half as much damage. So it's 15 points of damage.
All right, so Yog, you're laying on top of this guy, and he goes and casts a spell, and boom, and like little bits and pieces of debris fly everywhere, and this thing's looking at you, and you see this like piece of wood just kind of jutting out of its side. He's like, and then he just lays there still. One eye exploded from a piece of wood as the guy who ran in a circle around it, he went full Empire Strikes Back and didn't do much else, but finally gets the finishing blow on the guy. It was a good concept, but you had a raging orc on him. I was like,
I know it worked. I mean, it worked. It was a good backup plan.
I was thinking what you were trying to do was kind of to save him almost.
Yeah.
So my healing thing's still up. How hurt are you, Yog?
Well, just starting his next turn there, even his scrapes are gone.
Yeah,
Oh, so he's completely full?
Yog's,
Okay, so then I immediately move it to Nyla, and then at the start of her turn, she'll heal for the remainder of the rounds, which is 4 more rounds.
Oh, cool. So I would be full then.
Yeah, I appreciate
'Cause I
you
only
keeping track of that. Sorry I didn't, but you know, with the DM, I've just got so much going on as it is. So I appreciate it.
I just forgot to write it down.
To be honest, a lot of combats don't always last that long anyway. One side or the other tends to die first, unless it's a combat-heavy campaign. But yeah. But guys, you guys hear Doru kind of cry out one last time, "Father," and then he's kind of looking at Yog dead. Yog stands up, brushes his knees off. You move your spirit around to finish Nana off, and you guys come off again from another fight without so much as a scrape. Considering your first encounters in this place, you guys are obviously getting much better at working together as a unit. And you guys can hear Donovich shaking upstairs. Doru, why don't I hear my son? Why don't I hear my son? And you hear him kind of calm a little bit, and then you see Ismark kind of sticking his head down, looking down, and he's like, "My friends, is it over?" And then with that, we're going to end the session for tonight.
Damn.
No.
Oh my god.
Just before we end, Yog has just a short comment for Mr. Priestman. He's gonna shout up to him, "Because that fucking monster son of yours is bloody dead." And he's gonna kick the corpse.
Oh my god.
Chance is
kinda-
just a little thing here too. Chance is like steaming mad. He's watching me. He's like, "He didn't need to die. We had him." And he's looking pretty mad. But he's
Are we
and
still
he'll
going
march
to-
up the stairs. And that'll be kind of it for what I've got until the next session.
Yeah. I think Nyla would be looking like sort of in shock at like what just happened, but she's also like looking at the sword, like just almost
Xana's there with you.
yeah.
I think the two very happy to kill the undead are Yog and Hildy. If I had
Actually,
to guess.
I'm gonna follow. What's his face? I forgot. I'm gonna follow Chance. Like she doesn't look that happy at the beginning. She tried to get you guys off him. She's just gonna follow him. Is he still in the stairs right now?
Yeah, they're just moving up.
Okay, I'm gonna catch up to Chance and grab him by the shoulder.
All right.
Is he gonna do something?
No, he'd be grabbed.
Yeah. She grabs him by the shoulder and she just says, she tries to keep a low voice, and she's like, "This wasn't our call to make to kill him. It wasn't our call to make to attack him. But this, after a while, that was just self-defense. I was there to protect all of you, and it was either us or him. I agree that it wasn't our call."
And as I said, guys, on that note, we're going to end. Hold on, give you a sec.
Very cool.